Hello, everyone, and welcome to this edition of Campus Convos. I'm your host, Denise Lafranzo-Hinaga, and I am joined today by Dr. Jennifer Hodges, who is the Associate Vice President for Institutional Effectiveness. I did it all on one take.
Excellent, excellent.
So we're here to talk about accreditation. It is coming up for us here at DACC. Can you explain to us what is accreditation?
Sure. So accreditation, in a very simple description, is a review process for educational programs to see if they are meeting standards of quality. And so sometimes it's for a specific academic program. So like our nursing program, our automotive technology program, we have several programs at the college that are individually accredited for that specialized area. But what's coming up this year is really, really important for the college. It is our institutional accreditation. So it's looking at all of our operations. It's looking at how we function at all of our different campuses to see, are we meeting those standards of quality? And part of why it's important is it is directly tied to our ability to provide federal financial aid for our students. So that is one reason that it connects very directly to the success of our students so that we can provide them those funds that they need to pursue their educational pursuits. It also is tied to other types of funding. So the Title III grant, the Title V grant, those big federal grants, they also want to know, are you institutionally accredited? Are you meeting those standards of quality? And even in some ways, some of our state funding, they want to know, can we trust that these programs, this education that our students are getting meets that standard of quality?
Definitely. So how often do we go through this accreditation process? And can you explain to us a little bit about what that looks like?
Sure. So it's a 10-year cycle. So this is our 10-year reaffirmation of accreditation. So every 10 years we have the big visit, but we actually report to the Higher Learning Commission, that's our accreditor, on a yearly basis so that they know if there's any updates going on with the college, so that they can kind of keep track of what we're up to over here. And what's interesting about DACC, because we have multiple locations, they do check in with us every couple of years and come and visit a specific location. So those are much smaller scale visits where they just want to see, this visit will be here at East Mesa because this is our primary location. But a few years back, they visited Espina, they visited Alta Vista. And so it's really every 2 to 3 years we have a visit. Every year we have some reporting, but every 10 years is when the federal piece is coming into play. So this is where we really have to show that standard of quality to meet those regulations for the federal piece of it.
This is the big one.
Yes.
So why is it important to students, our community, to faculty and staff that we are accredited?
So I think one of the really interesting things is the impact it has when employers are looking at our students. They want to know that the programs that our students have graduated from are of high quality and have met standards, those kind of peer standards that are set by the industry, whether it's the higher education industry or a specific industry like automotive, so that they can feel certain that when they hire our students, they know that they've gotten the education that they need to be successful in those companies. And so part of it is that piece of confidence in the college and in the outcomes that our students are getting from the experiences here. It's also a piece of confidence in our ability to run the institution, to utilize the taxpayers' money in a responsible way. Like all of that is a part of those standards that we have to meet. And so it really is about that confidence from the community, from our employees, from our students, that we're doing what we say we're doing.
This is a good reminder to anybody that is watching that's considering coming to DACC for either, their degrees or their certificates, is that this college has high standards, and the programs that you're enrolling in are going to teach you not just the basics, but they go a step further than that.
Definitely. And it's a time for self-reflection for the institution. And I think that's the other thing, that's how it impacts us internally, is that it makes us take a step back and think about how do we demonstrate our commitment to our mission and to being responsive and to being accessible to the community, because it's not just us telling a pretty story. We actually have to have evidence for here's how we do these things that we say we're doing. And so it helps us to take a step back and be able to address if there's anything we could be doing better versus just kind of continuing to do things because we assume it's going well.
And so when is the accreditation visit happening?
So our accreditation visit is on March 25th and 26th. We will have 5 visitors. They all come from other community colleges. So the other thing I really appreciate about the process is it's peer review. These are people who understand our mission. So, different types of higher education institutions have different missions. So it wouldn't make sense for folks from like large research institutions to come and review us, because that's not what we're about. We're about being a part of the community and really serving the needs of the community. So I'm excited to have those interactions with those folks, because I know they get what we're trying to do because they're a part of that same type of institution.
And I have no doubt at all that everything will go well, because I may be a little bit biased, but this really is a wonderful place to.
It really is. We have a great story to tell.
Study.
We really
Definitely.
do. And I know people sometimes see this as a stressful visit, but they're really here to catch us doing good. They're not here to try to nitpick and find something bad to report. They're here to help us celebrate all of those good things, while also helping us reflect on how could we get even better.
Exactly. And our alumni are a testament to that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Jennifer, thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming and explaining this to us and what it means to the community.
Wonderful. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thank you all so much for this episode of Campus Convos. We will see you again next time.